Happy Easter to all, and all a good night. Lots going on. Leveling, power outages. Oh, we have so much to cover. Why don't we jump right into this, shan't we? Dr. Fox back here with you with a social distancing and without power circumstance until, well, at least for... if I sound a little giddy and excited and I start kind of bumbling a little bit here with my verbalism like I'm starting to do already, I'm just a little too ecstatic right now and a little excited. What a great Easter gift it was. We've been without power since Thursday, and it just came back. And I ran around like a chicken with his head cut off trying to move stuff around, and I got to go shower and clean up. I'm feeling all goobified. I hate it when that happens. Thankfully, I had an on-demand water heater and a tank that helped me stay through. I literally just ran out of water last night. Thankfully, I was smart. I always do this because we lose it every once in a while. So I have about 2.5 gallon jugs full of water that I keep aside for such an occasion if it extends that long. Thankfully, my neighbors had bounced up, and boy, they were so nice. They sent me back with some Clorox wipes, and they were able to let me freeze my food. It was about to get ruined, and I had just spent like almost $160 worth of food this past week, only to lose some. Now, thankfully, I've been able to kind of eat up what I could over the last couple of days within the best of my ability. Had some canned foods, had some other things, but we're going to get into this. We've got so much. That's life. We'll get into the life part a little bit later. I also want to mention that there are a couple of questions that have come up in the app. My apologies for missing out on those. We'll try to get to those in a bit. And what I want to try to cover a little bit is I've been so excited. At least last week, anyway, before we lost our power, we were leveling. My guildie's been great. We went out and we finished the Tundra. We were setting things up in Dalaran and getting ready to go to Ice Crown. And that's about as far as I got my hunter anyway, so I'm all excited. And then, yeah, if my guildie's watching this, sorry, guildie. I had a few moments and didn't know when things would kind of get back to normal. So I was able to rock my hunter into... for Pandaria, so I can start doing the dailies and the tillers there. She moved this one. She moved out prior, so he knew about this one. It's just I ended up putting the mage, and the mage ended up hitting 80 with my Ditto or Dido, as I'm calling her, as well. So that's just something that I wanted to cover really quick. I've been plugging away at the naval missions on my alt account when I can, because this is before the 4 days. This is some of the stuff I did last week. We had some big alpha revealed situations. Sadly, I have still not been offered alpha tier, but I heard Hazelnutty did, and I've heard a few other folks out there have gotten it as well. So awesome to you all. That is just rocking there as well. Sorry, I'm trying to put my notes together really quick. Normally I get that all put together right before then. It's the social distancing weekend update with Dr. Fox. A little reference to the Daily Show. That's what I was referring to last week. That my little mention of that as well. I just want to mention my brother really quick. He's been a hero out there, wearing gloves, masks. He works at a retail location up here, and all of those. I've been. It's nice that they're adding some of those safeguard panels up. I've only been getting out every other week, about every 2 weeks, putting my mask on, my gloves. When I get home, my routine's pretty much been put away. Take the groceries out. Well, wash my hands, take my groceries out, get rid of the bags. Wipe them down. We know that there is controversy about wiping and all. It's an extra step as a health professional that I do. No judgment here. Just sharing with you a little bit of what's going on here. And then I'll throw all the clothes off, jump in the shower, do sort of what I call the quarantine shower as well. So I want to thank those again and those heroes out there as well. Very, very grateful for all that they do and everything. I've been doing my workout as well. I just want to encourage that for anybody. I know you really got to keep moving in these times of being home as well. I get out and go for a walk. A gorgeous day today. I didn't think I was about to go to Instagram and post a cannot log in picture, and I was about to say sorry for those looking for my weekend update today, but no power. But as I did that, the power pops back in, and I was so excited. So I was all stoked. So the weekend update's coming a little later today, but we're getting it out there, and we're wishing you a happy Easter. In this case, will be what, as a tradition, I've got my little white chocolate bunny. I've got my Cadbury egg, the larger cream ones. I like those, and we have some of the smaller ones as well. And usually we make like a ham dinner today, but I'm going to try to, I hope I get to still Skype or at least phone call with my brother later, if all goes to plan. And I've got to go back to my neighbors and get my food so I can actually have a late brunch today as well. Just trying to let my refrigerator and freezer part just get chilled again before I go pick those up. So as well, but with my workout, I've been doing that yoga today. Sundays I usually do Tai Chi. Just really keeps you moving. I've been at this program for well over a decade, and I you know, if you're interested more, I can elaborate on that another time. But you know, let me know in the comments. You know, I've found that if this helps any, set some mini goals at home, like I do online here, and when we don't have online, I had plenty to keep myself entertained yesterday. Thank goodness I had enough. I had 7 Ryobi batteries, and thankfully that held me out. I had the radio playing day and night. I can't go with silence. I need sound. Within reason, of course. Obviously, if it's taken from me, I got to deal with it, but I prefer if at all possible. So thankfully I had that. I had a few blocks that held my phone to keep it, at least kept it on. I had to sadly dig into some of my data a bit just to try to keep updated on the outages and just to stay in touch with a couple of family and friends. But it really can help when you can set little mini goals at home. I know it's really hard for the monotonous situation that we're in for some. I've mostly been a social outcast, so being at home thankfully my routine hasn't changed a huge amount, thankfully, at least here. So I'm able to, and I'm already been kind of used to this and kind of have part of these things for some time now. So it's just something I wanted to share with you a little bit. It's just some little things to look forward to you know, that you can work towards. Keep your mind focused on some different things. It really, really can help. So we're not out there trying to steal and do other horrible, negative, awful things that are going on. I understand it's hard, but within reason here. And, you know, just try to... those that are out there are being very, very brave. You're doing your part. You're staying home. I'm really proud of all of you. Not that you need my validation. I was just sharing that. I'm very proud of myself for continuing to do all of it as well. So, but I really want to encourage all of us to just at least do some of those basics. It helps absolutely greatly. Is just all I can say at the moment. I wanted to share, we can kind of jump into some Q&A here. My apologies for, oh, that was really sweet. Tom says, cool video, you deserve more subscribes. Well, thank you, Tom. Great content. Keep it up. I really appreciate that. I come from a radio and broadcasting journalist background. And I've done some acting over the years. I've gone to school for so many different things. Those that have come to know me over the decades, it's been a very struggling situation for me. I have been in many different films. I've been on some network television, a few other minor tweaks here or there. It'd be nice to be able to connect with some folks, to be able to the good ones, not those that are trying to take from you as well. So I really, really appreciate that as well. Over on one of my Mechanome Heritage Armors, we've had a few inquiries that ask me about how do you get to the Mechagon City. And I want to send a shout out to, and my apologies if I pronounce this wrong. Those that know my channel know I tend to botch all these names. So Z Somberkiss. I want to thank you for your response on that. My apologies for not being able to respond sooner. It's been a little rough time trying to get back to some of these replies as well. But a couple of them have kind of reached out and asked how to get back to Mechagon City while they were watching my Mechanome Heritage Armor. And basically what Z Somberkiss said is if you don't change your Hearthstone location while you're leveling, it teleports you back to the Mechagon City by default. And that's what I ended up doing. That's why I was able to get back there at 110. Otherwise, it would be a little bit of a chore to get yourself out there. Otherwise, I tried to plan for that in advance. So I really wanted to share that, and I really want to thank you for that again. Let's see, we've got thank you, awesome content. I appreciate that. Oh, and by the way, I want to send out another special. I always love this. I've always encouraged this a lot of my pet battle videos as well. Sending out a shout out to Jay Mae or something like that. My apologies, Jay, if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Like you said, you have to pass. Also, if you get stunned, just start over. This is for the CK9 micro oppression unit. I know I've had to do a few updated videos of that because some things have changed and stats have changed and other pets had come that changed in that. And she did throw out here's a shout out to you for being also, you can use the Twilight Clutch Siesta instead of the Corgi, and it worked just fine. That's great to hear. I will have to definitely try that one out as well. And thanks again. Every once in a while, I see a few comments come in from Novek. Once again, a shout out to you, Novek. And he's like, damn, looks like torture. Forget, I guess I'm not going to do that with the puppy goblin, or maybe he will later. This is the Goblin Heritage Armor Part 2. That was rough. For those that have been following know that I do a lot of those Heritage Armor videos as well. And yeah, I mean, I could go on and on. I really wanted to go back the last couple of weeks and try to cover some of these questions. I really, really appreciate that. Keep up the support. Stay healthy. Once again, Happy Easter. A little play on words there. For whether you celebrate it, whatever you do, for our Canadian friends, Happy Easter to you tomorrow. Or if you're seeing this on Monday, then Happy Easter to you today. And or if it's now past that, then prior days. As well, stay safe, stay strong, please. Once again, this is Dr. Fox. Remember to wash your hands twice, vigorously. And remember to call me in the morning. And then we will see you later.